Alrighty, gang. A little more thoughts from Tumor Town with Bruce. And today I just want to point out something for folks to chew on. And now realize I'm no expert. I don't have a college degree in any of this kind of stuff. I'm just a theater major. So what I spit out of my head is just my own life experience and my own reading and absorbing information. But back in the day when I was younger, there was a thing called an annual federal budget, right? And Congress would come up with a budget. They would, submit the budget, and the president would go over the budget. At one point, it got flipped around, where the president started working the budget and submitting it to them, which isn't the way it's supposed to be, but whatever. And then they would hash it out, get the budget. Then the budget would be broken into various appropriations bills, signed, done, put in place, and there would be your budget for the year. And back in '92, Ross Perot made a big stink about balanced budgets and deficits in the '92 election. So the Clinton administration, which of course won that election, took that all to heart, as did a lot of the guys in Congress, because 15% of Americans voted for Perot. And so they all started. We had the line item veto for the president. We had a balanced budget amendment. We had all sorts of stuff. Balancing the budget was very, very important. And during Clinton's 2 terms, if I remember correctly, it was the only time we had a balanced budget and we actually had a surplus in the budget, which was, wow. I think the last budget was 1997, if memory serves correctly. After that time, and even up to today, Congress can't even do a budget. Even one, if a president does it, I know many of the presidents since have generated budgets that they've submitted to Congress. It's like, here's what I'd like to do, but Congress just pretty much ignores it. And this is really Congress's main job when you get down to it, is governing the country. But they can't do it. They simply can't do it. The two parties cannot come together and do a simple thing and govern, which is their job, and do a budget. It's crazy. What the heck? So we continue to do these continuing resolutions. Okay, we'll do an appropriations thing for defense and a few others and pass it as a continuing resolution. So they've got more money for another year. And we'll do it for that group and for that group and for that and for that and for that. And they just continue on doing this. This is how this goes, right? So we don't really have an annual budget anymore. We just kind of kick the can down the road and then kick it again and kick it again and kick it again and kick it again, right? There's no rhyme or reason. We're not, going with a plan. We're not looking at it with a physical strategy in mind as to how to arrive at a balanced budget, how to control the deficit, any of that stuff. None of that is being applied or used, right? As much as they might want you to think, though, it isn't, right? This is all basically seat of the pants. Oh my gosh, I got to get this done by the end of next week. Okay, what do I need to do? That's how dysfunctional the two-party system is in this country. That's just an example of it. And I just want to throw that out there, Anybody wants to come to me and say your party is the superior party or whatever, I look and I say bullcrap. That's absolute bullcrap. Your party is just about as useless as the other. Depends on what I need, as a citizen, to be honest with you. And how we ever plan to survive long term as a nation when we can't even get these guys we elect to office to do the simplest of things, to come together and do just the simplest of things. You know, there used to be a level of civility and community in the federal government. There was animosity, you know, Republican, Democrat, we disagree, but there was a community and civility because they knew they were gentlemen, they were smart, they were all educated guys. They knew we're here to govern and we need to do this, so we're going to need to come together and, you know, figure something out and compromise to a point that we can move forward. You know, and that's how bills were done. That's how budgets were done. That's how things happened. But we are beyond that now. We no longer have any of that. There is no civility. There is no community. You know, the other side is the devil trying to destroy the world as you know it. As wrong as that is, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't look at any of the people that I see, you know, who are calling one side or the other, you know, evil as being evil. They're just angry people for which life hasn't given them what they really, really wanted and felt they deserved, right? Their entitlement they didn't get. And are they right to complain? A lot of times probably they are. Sometimes they're not. Don't know. But, you know, to sit here and think that your party is the vastly superior, great little party over the other guy is just flat out wrong. They're not. They're both swimming in the mud. And, you know, we let them do it. Only we can change it by changing who we elect to office and making things happen. But I just wanted to throw that out there as something, a little nugget, you know, to let you know. And you can look it up. Look it up on Google. You know, you'll find out, you know, more about the budgets and stuff. And just, you know, it's a simple way of illustrating just how dysfunctional our two-party system really is and how I believe we need to change our two-party system. And there are things we can do to change it for the better that I think would inject a lot more opportunity and creativity into the way our politics and our government works. But that's for another video. So that's it for now. I will catch up with you another day. Hope you had some fun with these. Comment away, subscribe away, and just remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just an idiot spouting what's in my own head. Okay, thanks for watching. Peace and hang 10.